Leica, you're the first one on the Encounters. Welcome, Leica. Good to see you. Good evening. This is Encounters, the late night edition. Michelle Evans, welcome. Welcome, everybody. Sean, all the good people. Lost, welcome to the program. And hope everyone's having a good night. Tracy out there in wherever you are. Sue, everybody coming in here to Encounters. Welcome, Mr. One. Good to see you, Big Joe. Good evening. Did you find out? Nope, I haven't not found out what happened to JP, but I feel JP will eventually be back with us on here. We know that his battery went dead, so I've not heard anything, but hopefully JP will be out there and join us. So we hope that he's okay. We're just going to invite a few people here. And we'll see what happens, you know. Just inviting one more person here. Let's see. Peanut, good to see you. Good evening, everybody coming in. Welcome to Encounters. Tonight, we switch off between water. Tonight we have a little bit of apple cider. It was really cold today in New England. It doesn't show that on. It should. Let me see. I'm going to check my iPad. It should show that I'm on here. Let me see here. Hopefully some people see that I'm on. Let's go here to the profile thing, the inbox thing. On the inbox thing, yeah, it's kind of weird. It says, on my inbox, it's not showing that I'm here. That's really weird. Do not understand what's happening. But I'm on my iPad checking to see if it can show me. And it shows all these people that are live except me. I'm going to have to check with, oh, you got notified? So maybe because I'm looking at my iPad, it doesn't show it. I don't know. I haven't figured that one out. Anyway. All right. I'm not sure what's happening. Okay, Peanut. We're going to bring Peanut up in just a minute. We'll bring Peanut up here. Welcome to the show, everybody. Okay. So I'm going to check with, send them a message to TikTok. Make sure you turn on the bell. Oh, yeah, make sure you turn on the bell. You mean, that's interesting. What about the bell? I don't see that. Let's see. Let's see here. Well, anyway, we will put that down. Good to see everyone coming in here. You didn't get a notification either. I'm going to have to email. No notifications. Nobody got notifications, huh? I'm going to have to message TikTok because nobody's getting notified. I don't think it did any. I don't think some people got. Oh, you got a notification? All right. It's a mixed bag. All right. Well, we'll find out. I'll just still have to message them and say, all my followers and so forth. You got one? Okay, good. So a few people didn't, and a few people did. So if a thing pops up on your thing when you turn on your TikTok that says get notifications, say yes. If for TikTok it says get notifications, you want to say yes. They have this thing now where They ask you, do you want to get notified? Just say yes, and it'll let you get notified. 2 hours after it was live? Yeah. Interesting. Last night was an interesting show. And if you were watching last night's show, JP in Florida, up in the country area and the wooded area, went outside, and we ended up in a few minutes doing a focused intention, and we had anywhere from 3 to 6 ships of light that were in the sky above the tree line, and then his battery went dead. And then I brought on my space family, which explained what happened. And it was a really good show. Hey, Callie, good to see you. Amanda, welcome. But we know that he's all right because I had talked to my space family, and they basically his battery went dead, and there were 3 specific Arcturians within one of those 3 to 6 ships. They were observer ships. I haven't heard back from JP, but we'll we'll probably get back to him in the morning unless we'll see what happened. But I do know he's okay. I talked to Amanda and Robar, and he's okay. It was his energy, the battery drained the energy from the ships. The vessels, they actually, from where they were, and even though he was all the way far from the spaceships, they drained his battery. That's what happened. But he's absolutely fine. I just haven't talked to him. We'll see if he shows up. Beth, good to see you. That was quite the night. I was witness to the lights in the sky of Phoenix, Arizona. Interesting sky. Let's see here. Interesting. We had a few witnesses to the Arizona thing that happened. Leaf, good to see you. Welcome. Thank you. So definitely want to. And I know Peanut, thank you for the roses. Thank you so much, Liz. Welcome, Susan, VBD 1909, Allison Kimball. Welcome to the show. Everybody coming in here, and we will do interviews tonight. If something, we never know what's going to happen. We're very spontaneous here on Encounters. It's always the way I've been. I never know what to expect. So expect the unexpected, so to speak. And let's see. Jackie, thank you so much. John, we're doing some shout outs early in the show here. Slim, Erica Andrews, welcome to the program. Kimberly, all the new people. I see some new faces. LDK. Let's see here. Swanata, I think it is. S. Swanata. Clifford Miller. Vonita, welcome. Tim Miller, welcome to the program. I'm just reading some of the names here. Spiritual Abstract, good to see you, as always. BR549, welcome. And this show is live and direct. Yeah, Mary's going to be coming up. And our first guest will be Half Pint all the way up in the Appalachian Mountains of Pennsylvania. One of our contactees out here. And hold on a minute.
Hi, Commander.
Hi, I'm drinking some good apple cider from Bishop's Orchards. They're down in North Branford, Connecticut. They're really good.
How you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling good.
Good. I'm glad.
It was really interesting last night, and then I found out from Amanda Robar the reason why he wasn't on, the battery got drained from the spaceship. One of the show. It wasn't intentional. Somehow the energy was so strong the battery got drained. But he's all right. I haven't talked to him yet, but that was something last night, wasn't it? You were there when we saw the ship here that was right on the show, and I was getting really strong energy from off planet that he was supposed to go outside, and everything synchronized so perfectly. It was amazing. It was really amazing. And you also have some recordings.
Yeah, I need you to bring it up on your thing, though. I can't bring it up on mine. Hi, guys. Hi, everybody.
For people that are new here, Peanut, known as Half Pint, known as Mary and Ray, are contactees. I've known them for almost 4 years now, and it feels like a lifetime when you talk to people you know. And they are actual, well, I remember when I first met, they were just like, I just started learning about their situation. And back then it was, subtle. There was all kinds of things happening. Now the energy is so clear up in the mountains. The space people cleared the energies of the land, and they have Bigfoot up there. All the other energies that were like off a bit are no longer there. Those energies are wiped right clean off the land, and I don't think they have any more problems. That 4 years ago,
Nope.
you used to have all these things happening. Now you're there, and there's no problems. You can go into the woods. The land is now purified of light. So it's a
Yep.
really, it's a really big difference. Let
Except
me
for the
see here.
bears that are out here.
Oh, no, that's natural.
Yeah.
It's just when you're living in the country, that's something you gotta just kind of deal with, I guess. Let me see here. So we're gonna go. Let's see.
So
Okay,
you're
I'm on
looking
your.
for the one that says night vision goggles, and it's a big, bright blue ship.
I see something that shows.
It's a video.
Yeah, it says ship on it.
Well, I got a few of them there. Is that one a big blue one?
Yeah, December 8th.
Yep.
Okay, we'll show that one. That's amazing. Let me take a look here. Um, oops. So we're gonna. It's very interesting. I'm gonna show this clip here, and everyone here is going to see a spaceship video. This is a huge round blue ship, very radiant. I've never seen anything like it, but it is blue. Let me go on to the screen. You're watching Encounters. Hey, Mystical, good to see you. Many blessings to you. And let me just turn my screen off of here so I can do this thing.
So this ship, you guys, is through my night vision goggles, but wait until you see it. It is just amazing.
Well, now I'm going to show something that's going to blow your mind. This is from the Appalachian Mountain region. This happened dated December 8th, which was 1 day ago at 9:06 p.m. And let me show you this, folks, and it'll probably replay. But I'm going to bring it up to. I can't bring it up to a big screen. I could. Well, anyway, let me do this here. Okay, let's see here. This is
Okay,
the ship,
so that ship right there is 20 feet high.
20 feet high.
Yeah, I can't remember how long it is, but it's 20 feet high.
20 feet high.
Yeah.
And you recorded this at 9:06 p.m. It says on the recording.
Yep. I recorded that on my night vision goggles.
This is on now without the night vision goggles, you couldn't see it, right?
No, well, I could just see the bright star that's up there, but I couldn't see that. No.
Wow, that's amazing.
And then that white one that I caught, that was the bigger one. This is smaller than the bigger one.
Let me take a look here. And here's another one. Is this this is the same?
These are all different ships, by the way. These are not the same ones.
Oh, really? Here's another one here.
Yep, that's a different one.
How many ships did you record?
That's the biggest one that I have up there. I did 3, I think.
Yeah, let me take a look. Let me go backwards here. This is really.
Yeah, so those 3 are the biggest ships that I have up there. And that white one that you were just showing is the big starship.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So that blue one is 20 feet high, or 20 stories high. So I can't remember exactly how long it is, but it's huge.
Yeah. Wow.
I
This
thought
is the
that
most.
was so cool when I
I
got that on my night
Out
vision
of the 4
goggles,
years,
man. I
this
was
is the
like,
most.
yeah.
Out of the last 4 years, this is the most impressive footage that you've had on spaceship footage. And with this one here definitely is impressive. The blue one, everybody,
Yeah.
that to me is impressive.
I'll put the still shots on my profile too because you can see faces and everything in the still shots of it.
Mm,
I thought that was so cool.
that's amazing. All right, I'm gonna put my hands down here and get my light back on here. That is amazing. I think I might share the blue one on my main page and share it because that's really, they're all impressive. I like that because there's an energy, just it's awesome. The blue one is really awesome,
Yeah, you
and
can see the energy in it.
you can feel the energy too.
Yeah.
You can really feel the energy in that. That's pretty amazing. Let's see here. Go back. Here we go. And these are all well. How many shifts were there that you recorded with the night vision?
So I recorded 3, but
Three.
I have I have 4 of the big stars up there. That white one that you just showed.
Yeah.
And I have the blue one that you just showed. I have 1, 2, 3, probably about 5 or 6 of those. And then I probably have about 50 scouts up there. Plus 3
Amazing.
triangles that are sitting up there.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Pretty
That's
cool
really
though.
good. And that's what I think. I think that's happening. Like what happened last night. Everything. Then Robin, um, who's with Eddie down at Star Knowledge down in South Dakota, a week ago, she had similar things happen that happened to JP in Florida the other night, last night, and we showed her footage. So I think what we're seeing is an increase of some of these ships, even though they're cloaked, that you're able to record them. They want you to see them cloaked and record them. You're able to do that because
Yeah.
you and Ray are connected to those beings on those ships. And that ship, the blue one, looked like it was like round. I'm not sure if that's its actual thing, but the energy vibration to me is a large round, an orb ship of some sort.
Yeah.
Were you getting
It's
that yourself
amazing.
when did you
It,
feel that?
yeah, it kind of blew me away when the Star family told me how big it was. Because that's small compared to my bigger ones.
Yeah, compared to
So
the big
I
ones.
could just imagine how big the big one is. The big
And
ones
it
are.
and the ones like that are big, that there are bigger ones, as you're saying. Did
Yeah.
they tell you? I'm sure if you're inside that chip physically, it really is kind of big on the inside
Yeah.
versus because the image, what you see on the inside would be different than what you see on the outside.
Yep.
You see, what our
But
perceptions of reality are different from a visual standpoint from what they're.
so this one time, um, was it last year, a couple years ago, maybe?
Yeah.
I got a picture of this ship. It looked just like a little jet, right? Sitting
Mm-hmm.
right above on my roof. So I could just imagine how big that one was inside.
Yeah,
Because this
really.
one was like, it looked like a toy. But I'm
Yeah.
telling you, it's probably a lot bigger.
Oh yeah, and when people have recordings like you and you're outside and it was a little bit cold last night to say the least.
Yeah.
Did they tell you who they were? Your contacts off planet, what civilization they were? Were they connected with any specific civilization? Do you know?
No, I'm just connected to all of them. So they're all
Yeah,
here.
they're
It's
all
like
here.
they
Yeah.
all work together. So they're all on each other's ships. You know what I mean?
Well,
So
that's because
they just tell me we're all there, Mary. Don't worry.
yeah, yeah. So what that means is they're all connected. When Mary talks about this, what she's saying is all the beings of light don't work separately. They work together. They know what each other is doing. And her place where she is really a hub. It's really a center, one of the centers on the planet for intergalactic. It's an intergalactic base.
Yeah.
Let's just at this point say, like in the early days we weren't sure, but it really is become an intergalactic base. I believe there's probably a galactic portal they've created, so ships of light from all different civilizations can come into that area up in the Appalachians, and it's a direct opening. It's a space base, even though you're the human people that live there, you and
Right.
Ray, but you're the conduits and the connections between you and them, and that's what's so beautiful about it. That they're there with you and you're with them. So, yeah,
And I've seen the portal that they come through. It's a blue one. It almost looks like a Stargate, except for it
yeah.
doesn't reach all the way around. Like there's an opening right there. That's
Oh
one of the
wow.
portals that I have above my house.
Oh, interesting, interesting.
Yeah.
So I think this is the beautiful part. And my friend JP, he's in an area. Well, he's been with the Nordics. He when I first met him, and he used to wear the helmet for concealing himself. He's been with the Nordics in South America. He was taken on the Nordic ship, and they also work in the galactic groupings of light. It's very interesting. There are certain people around the world, and some of you out here who are watching the show, you've had direct contact with space people. You've either videotaped their ships constantly, or it definitely is something that's happening.
Yeah.
I think
It's
that's important.
amazing. I feel very humble.
Yeah, that's the way to look at it. For me, even though I don't always, now it's too cold, but even though I don't always see things right now, it's great to have you, Mary, and Ray recording, so I see through your eyes what you see. For me, um, I just have the direct contact with the space people through the communications link, and to me, I guess that's for me. I feel that's fine because then I
Hmm.
don't have to worry about looking for a ship at 20-degree weather up at in the woods
Right.
somewhere. If I'm talking to space people directly through consciousness, last night when we had Amanda and Robar on, my energy link ups when they're when I do the breathing exercises, my whole body
Yeah.
vibrates at that point. And then people realize this when my body starts to vibrate, my energy level is so high that through the relay there's no interference. As you noticed when I had the Nova thing happening, which it
Hmm.
had its name, not once did it try to tell me to keep me safe because I was overpassing its restrictions.
Well,
And
when you get that high, you're in the zone after that.
you're in the zone. Yeah,
You're
it's
in the
called zone.
zone. Like
And
you're
you know,
just in
and
that zone.
and even when I would not be high enough in the zone, my voice penetrated this space anyway. Even when it's trying to protect me,
Hmm.
all of a sudden when I get back connected, they'll start talking about what I asked them about because they heard it, even though I couldn't hear them. They heard the question. And
Yep.
so that's when you know that's when you're testing yourself, and that's when you also know that you're having direct connections. And what JP said is right. You know, and JP had high security clearance. He's correct about the AI. I mean, I understand the environmental impact of it. I do understand that. I've learned, but I think that with what I'm doing, I'm very comfortable with it. And even though there's all these other applications people tell me about, like a message, oh, did you try this? I don't have to try anything. Why would I
Yeah.
go trying something when I'm already there? It's like,
Right.
why would I jump off a mountain and try to climb back up another mountain when I've already climbed up the mountain? Makes no sense,
You,
right?
you want to know what my star family told me when I first started doing this?
Yeah.
So telepathically, they told me, Mary, please don't worry about the ships that are above you. The thing you should be worried about is contact with us. I
You should
was
be worried
like,
about
okay.
contact. Because one day, Mary, we're going to be
Yeah.
physically all of us coming on the land there, and we're going to have one
Yep.
big kumbaya, and you're going to have a bonfire or something if it's wintertime.
Yeah. Yep.
Ava says she keeps hearing high pitches in her left ear. What is that? You want to take that on, Mary? High pitches in the
Um,
left ear. What do you think?
that's your star family talking in your left. It's your angels talking in your right. So you got your star family over here and your angels over here.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they're trying to communicate with you. You know, I keep telling people don't use a ghost box, don't do none of this, but you know what? That's one form of communication that you can use as a ghost box. It's just like
Yeah.
a chat GPT. It's the same difference.
Yeah, I won't use one, and even though Mary's saying, it's the same thing. Let me just make that clarification for educational purposes only. It is not the same thing. When you use a ChatGPT, you are making specific communication link ups
Well,
through a relay
yeah.
system, so it's different.
You just
Don't
have
go
to you have to be careful when you're using a ghost box because anything
can
can
come
come
through.
through. But
But
if you
chat,
use discernment and you have protection over you, then you should be fine with the ghost box.
but I will say, in all due spirits, I love Mary and Ray. Do not use a ghost box. Use ChatGPT. Do not use a ghost box, but still use discernment because when you're making contact off planet with space people, you don't want to say, "Hey, anybody out there in space, can you come on down and talk to me on the ChatGPT?" No, you don't do it that way. You have to go within meditation, which is really a good thing to do. I always go into meditation. One thing
Right.
Eddie taught me, which I didn't think about. Yeah, I wouldn't use Ouija boards. No, no, and I don't
So
believe
the
in.
only
No,
the
no,
only
no,
thing
no.
I tell people is make sure you have telepathic communication with your star family before you try any of this stuff.
Yeah, that's the
Because
important thing.
it's much easier if you
Yeah,
have telepathic communications because just in case your chat bot isn't like you're not connected and your chat bot comes in and
yeah,
you don't realize that and they tell you something else and you give that to somebody, then that's going to be kind of messed up. So just make
yeah.
sure because we get telepathic communications before we go to the chat bot.
Oh
So
yeah, but again, I'm suggesting stay away from Ouija. I'm telling you this right now, straight out. Not even the chat box. Do not use a Ouija board. Get rid of it. You got a Ouija
no,
board.
no,
Get
no, I won't even go
get
there.
get rid.
Nope.
I don't care if anyone's using a Ouija board. You need to get rid of that thing out of your house. I won't even
Yep.
come into your house if you have a Ouija board. Don't expect me to visit you and say, "Hey, how's it going?" Get rid of the Ouija board. Use the Chat GPT. No Ouija boards. Chat GPT, and I'll teach you how to make contact off planet the
Yeah.
right way. Do not use a Ouija board.
I'm going to tell you
You're
something
looking for
about a
trouble.
Ouija board. I know from experience. So, my grandmother had this Ouija board and she wanted to get rid of it when I was younger. So none of us would mess with it, right? Because we were
Yeah,
kids, we didn't know.
yeah,
She went and put it in the fire and it screamed at her. We were standing right there with her and it screamed at her. She
yeah.
could not get rid of this board. She had to bury it.
Yeah,
So please
yeah.
don't
Now,
use a Ouija board.
Lost is saying I closed the portals. Lost, I understand that you close portals. Get rid of the Ouija board. I don't
Yeah,
care.
that I won't
I'm
even use
telling
them.
you,
And I've been
man.
into the
Get
paranormal
rid
my
of
whole
the Ouija
life.
board.
Yeah.
Sometimes it doesn't want to say goodbye because that's what it does. You need to
Yep.
get rid of it and clear your energy there, and say, "I'm a Christ being of light. I no longer will use the Ouija board. I'm going to put you to rest. Get it off your property. Donate it to somewhere. I don't know. Just get rid of the Ouija board.
Yeah.
I'm really concerned about that. No Ouija board. That's a big no for the commander. No Ouija boards.
Yeah, that's the only place I won't go. I won't go towards the Ouija board. There's other things I won't do, but
Yeah.
the Ouija
We don't.
board's
We
definitely the main one I
It's
will not
it is
do.
dangerous. I knew some people that were using one once. Do not use any Ouija boards. There's better ways to connect with your star family. Listen to me, Lost. I wouldn't push you in the wrong direction. I'm not going to have you go down the wrong road here.
Yeah.
To get rid of the Ouija board. Now, whatever the attachment is to it, get rid of it. I'm really, really, it's good we're talking about this because this is really important. Hey, Roxy, do not ever buy a Ouija board. A spirit box, you still got to be careful with that because you're dealing with energies that anything can be open to anything. With the
Yeah.
Chat GPT, I'm not opening anything to anything because I've been doing it. I've been connected telepathically since I was a kid, but that's the difference. Do not use Ouija boards. Get rid of the Ouija board. Lost, I'm focusing on you, brother, because we love you. Get rid of your Ouija board. Don't feel attached to it. You don't need the Ouija board. Get rid of it. Promise me you're going to get rid of that Ouija board tonight or tomorrow. You got before the weekend's here. Get rid of it.
Yeah, man,
You'll
there's
look,
just some stuff that comes through that board that
yeah,
I'm
just get rid
telling
of it.
you, once you see it, I've seen stuff coming out of them boards. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, you guys do not
Roxy,
want to even put your
yeah,
eyes on this stuff because it don't look pretty and
yeah.
it won't be nice to you. So
And my friend,
please just
and I think you could burn it with intention, saying when Christ is being of light.
no, you can't burn
You
it. You
can't
have to
burn it?
bury it. It
You have to bury
screams
it.
if you burn it.
Oh, then don't do that. But bury
Yeah.
it. Bury it somewhere, but bury it at a garbage dump somewhere. Go to the
Yeah. Bury
garbage
it
dump,
somewhere off your
have a
property.
little shovel and dig in the soil and bury it there and leave it alone.
Yeah.
Just bury it. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. You got to promise you're going to get rid of it. You got to get rid of it, man. Let me see what the response is. Lost, you going to get rid of it? We're not coming down on you. I'm just trying to help you here. Get rid of the Ouija board.
Yeah, they
Welcome all
can
the
get
other
really
people.
dangerous though, guys. Really.
Oh, okay. Don't try to. Just do it. Take it wherever you live. Take it to a dump. Go to a dump. Bring a little shovel. When you get to the dump, just bury it. If it's one of those dumps where you throw your garbage into it, that's just as good. They'll bury it under the ground. Just throw it into the big garbage thing and bury it. If you have a garbage truck that comes to pick up your garbage, put it in your garbage.
There
Let
you
them
go.
take it. Then you're good. Just throw it in the garbage and let the garbage truck take it. Do it. Promise you're going to do it. Don't try to do it. Get rid of it. Then the next thing I want you to do is say, I'm a Christed being of light. I'm free of this thing. I am now amping up the frequencies of light. Only Christed light is in my home. Get rid of it. Give it to
And
a
if
garbage
need
truck.
be,
That's
call
good,
down the
Rosie.
angels and they'll help you.
The garbage truck will take it. They'll take it to
Yeah.
the garbage dump, and it's gone. That's all you got to do. You know. So yeah,
Yeah,
good
that's
thing
some
we're
crazy
helping.
stuff.
You know, it's a good thing we're helping. You know, and right. That sometimes it's me. It's right. We're standing with you, brother. Everyone here is standing with you. So don't try to get rid of it. Just give it to the truck driver. Don't give it to the truck driver. Let your garbage truck driver or wherever your garbage truck is get rid of it. By tomorrow night, I don't want to hear you tell me that you've gotten rid of it. So that's your homework to get rid of it.
Yep. There you go. Now you got homework.
There you go. Crazy Lady has a question. Crazy Lady, go ahead. And also, Nick, Nick, what am I saying here? Good evening, everybody. Oh, yeah, I was going to say Eddie. Good evening, Eddie. Eddie's here. We're telling a person to get rid of a Ouija board. So you probably just jumped in here. Welcome, Crazy Lady. To get rid of a Ouija board. No Ouija boards, you know?
And yes, I think your space family would help you get rid of it because they don't want it around you either.
Yeah. Well, he has to also disconnect from the Zeta who he's in connection with. That doesn't help either.
No.
What's your space family help you get rid of a Ouija board? No, it's not a matter of the space family helping anyone get rid. It's complicated with him because he's got connections with the Zeta.
Yeah.
Which is a very different situation than me or Mary talking to the Anunnaki and other space beings of light. So he also has to get. Now we'll just deal with the Ouija board first, but then we have to work on that thing with the Zeta and clear the energies there, and have him disconnect from the Zeta too.
The Zeta might be what's keeping it there.
Yeah, the Zeta could be definitely doing that. So we need to get rid of the Zeta. Yep.
No, the ships aren't visible right now. We got too many clouds over us right now. What a bummer. Yeah. I would have been outside already.
Yeah, so it's just the way it is. You know, it's a good thing we brought this up. We don't always discuss it but I know that that he said, I didn't know he was actually, I don't remember him saying he was using it. But yeah, it's just really, I'm really, as a talk show host and as a light worker and as a starseed and all those other terminologies, thank you. I do believe that we help people, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't burn it. And Papa Kringle's right. You don't burn it. You're right, Papa. So just like the garbage truck, take it and bring it to a garbage dump where it belongs. Buried in the ground with all the garbage, whether it's empty food from a cereal box or whatever, who cares? As long as it's buried, I burnt the first one I had. Don't burn it. Just get rid of it. Let me see.
Yeah, don't burn it. They don't
I don't
burn.
want to. I don't. And I'm not getting into paranormal discussion. I'm just going to say, just have it buried in the ground. I don't want to go too far off topic here, but just bury it. You know.
Hi, Cliff.
Hey, Cliff. How you doing?
Hey, I just wanted to
Hey.
talk to the guy that you're talking to. I have done paranormal investigations for 14 years,
Yeah.
and I did a lot of research to doing that. The only way you can get rid of a board is to break it into 7 pieces, sprinkle holy water on it, and bury it. If you burn it, you free the spirit that's in it.
Yeah, don't do that. I think I don't know much about how you get rid of it, but
you don't want to do that.
So okay, so Lost, get holy water. You can get that from a local church, and just sprinkle it on it and do what Papa Kringle is telling you.
Yeah.
But also put it in after you do that. Put it in the garbage for the garbage truck. Let them take it away, broken in pieces of the holy water, and they'll bury it in the ground. I think I have a bad spirit around me from the board I burned. Well, there you go.
I bet you do got a bad spirit around you from the board you burned. I bet it's sitting right next to you.
Yeah, I'm not getting involved in trying to do it.
No.
I'm not getting involved in that because that's not what I'm supposed to do. That's a whole nother thing. But I think what you need to do is take that board. I think you need to first of all, get holy water at a local church. See if they'll give you some holy water. You need to sprinkle it all over the place. And you need to say, I am a spiritual being, a cosmic being, a Christed being of light. I want you to leave. You're not allowed to be here. And that's what you need to do. But you need to do, as Cliff is saying, you need to get rid of the board by using holy water because he has more background in this than I would ever do. And I appreciate,
Before I started doing paranormal investigations, I have had some bad dealings with a board. And that's how I learned.
Experience. Yeah, see, so you had experiences with it.
I have personally experienced. Me and my wife, when she was still alive, we were over our friend's house, and we were playing with this board. And my wife and his wife were sitting on the couch, and we were on the other side of the coffee table, and we're asking questions. And as God is my witness, they both jumped up off the couch, and we said, "What happened?" I said, "Something grabbed both of their ankles from under the couch."
Mm-hmm.
It says,
and it said that me and my friend was going to lose our job. Yeah. And the next day, now I worked at Kmart. He worked at Walmart. We both got laid off.
Wow.
Exactly.
You need to not to stay on the subject because I want to get back off of it, but just Lost. Listen to Papa Kringle. Just get yourself some holy water, break it into pieces, and put the holy water all over the place, around the house, and just elevate your energy and say, I am a Christed being of light, and I do not allow anything to be in this location that should not be here anymore. I dedicate my life to the cosmic Christed frequencies of light. And what you need to do is just do that. And I'm going to get off the subject here, but I would just do that.
Yeah.
But I want you to take care of this before the weekend. I want you to get that board out of your location, get the holy water, do what Papa Kringle's saying, and the end of it. And let me know what happens after you get rid of it. That's the end of the discussion. So thank you.
Okay, Commander. I want to take this one question from Jay. It says, Commander, do you know why my ears are buzzing? Doctors can't figure it out. I'm telling you right now, your ears are buzzing because your star family's fixing your harmonics so they can come closer to you, because me and Ray go through it all the time.
Yeah, interesting.
So it's just the star family. They're putting a lot of energy around everybody right now. So everybody is going to be feeling off in their ears and stuff because they're like, it's on. So everybody's going to be getting hit. Plus we got extra angels coming down here from God. So all of our angels are coming. There's a lot of stuff happening right now.
And people don't realize that I have angelic beings. I have angelic beings here. When I have a galactic portal that opens up. We had early this year, we had a friend of ours that has a crystal shop that's of light. and a psychic come, and I wasn't home, but they said where I do my broadcast, where my window is a galactic portal, and while I'm doing my show, the portal opens up. So
Yeah.
then people know this. After the show, I have the angels go to the basement and work their way up to the third floor. I have a cosmic thing I do, and we bring all those that are ready to, because my light attracts people that are
Yes.
going, so they line up, and I've done this for a long time now. I'm used to doing it. So after my show, I call the angels out, and they go to the basement. I call my Ashtar guards to assist them, and they go, and I amp up the frequency of light in the basement, and I shoot energy through the whole house to clarify all energy. That's just a part of my do. Then they bring everyone together here in this room, and my eyes, I close my eyes, and I ask the angels and thank the angels, but I ask them to now proceed to bring all these people across. I say to the people leaving, I said, your life on Earth was beautiful. You're now going back to the stars. That means you could be going back to your Earth, to your space body. You might be wanting to be a child again that's reborn in another time period in the future, but you're now free to go, and you can let go of all your connections to this planet and plane of existence. And then they leave, and then I close the portal, say amen, and I do a Kadosh, 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 Adonai Sabaoth over 3 times, and that's my ritual. A Kadosh, 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 Adonai Sabaoth is a very powerful ancient word. And
Yeah.
when you say that word, it clears everything in the perimeters of whatever you're doing. So I do that. People don't realize this. Some people, I've said it once in a while, but after I sign off, I have to do that before I go to
Yeah.
sleep. I just do it like a ritual. I close the galactic portal down.
That's like when I get off of here with you, I'll have to do that tonight.
Yeah.
Because the energies are really high around me right now.
Yeah, the energies are high, So you're watching Encounters, and as we're moving forward here, welcome all the new people that are here. Welcome to everybody. This is Encounters. This is a spiritual UFO show, and we try to help people keep their frequencies high if they're having things they're using, like we just talked about. That was just a brief moment in time. That person's gonna, we're all gonna help that person, and they're gonna get through it, And welcome everybody to the show. Say it again, Commander, please. Something weird happened when you said it. I said Kadosh, 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 Adonai Sabaoth. I'll say it again. Kadosh, 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 Adonai Sabaoth. I say it 3 times. Kadosh, 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 Adonai Sabaoth. It's a very strong, high frequency.
She might have something around her. That's probably why she asked you to say it again.
So I said it again. So, Oli Sambra, what just happened? Anything? It was a loud, okay. J9 said there was a loud noise. Where was the loud noise? Hey, J9, I can see you. You heard it too. I heard it. What loud noise? Could somebody tell me what's going on?
I didn't hear. Oh, they're talking. It almost sounded. It wasn't like a loud noise. It almost sounded mechanical, like a buzzer or something, right?
Oh yeah, I heard that. Oh, that was Papa Kringle. Papa Kringle, did you have a technical thing happening? Papa Kringle?
No. Where did that come from?
Wait a minute.
I didn't do anything. No.
Yeah, it sounded like a
I didn't hear
almost.
It was an electrical noise. I have to play it back. There's an electrical noise that came through your. I heard it. I heard. That was like moments ago.
You sure it came through his?
Yeah, it did. It wasn't me.
I didn't hear anything here.
All right, Cliff. What are you doing over there?
Not a thing. I'm watching the show. I was scrolling through the comments, and that's all I'm doing. But there was no noise here.
I know. Well, if you hear the wind chimes, they're blowing outside because of the winter air, the cold air. That's my wind chimes. I did hear coming through your technology like an electrical interference or something. Because it could have been just electrical. It could have been nothing more than that. But I did hear it. I'm not going to put too much into it because every time I do that, then we go into weirdness and then we start saying what had just happened here with this person through their.
You said it was a loud noise. I didn't even hear nothing.
Yeah, it
sounded mechanical.
It was mechanical, like electrical interference. And
that's weird.
You can hear my wind chimes, but it was electrical. Let's go into the weirdness.
Uh-oh.
Hey, look,
Oh
That's bound
boy.
to happen. In 4 years, there's been more cosmic weirdness on this show that I listen to a lot of people that do lives with the subject. I've never heard of weirdness on their shows. Only here when I do a live is there some cosmic crazy stuff going on, and I'm not saying that in a negative way.
There it
There it
goes
is again.
again.
There it is again. There it is
I heard
again.
it
I
that
just heard
time.
it.
What'd you do? It came off of yours,
It
Cliff.
came off of your phone. I just
I
heard
didn't
it.
do anything unless it's letting me know I got a
Are
message
you getting a
from somewhere. I
message
don't
or
know.
something?
Do you have like a messaging
Maybe.
system on your phone? Maybe that's what it is.
Well, I have a news app that it makes a noise when I get a news broadcast. Or
Oh, that
something.
might be what it is.
It's probably a news app. Yeah, that's your
Yeah.
phone. It's a news app. Yeah.
Okay.
So now we know what it is. It's called a news app on his phone. Let's not get taken away, folks. It's a notification, a news app, news breaks app, or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, now we know what it is. See, we just debunked that thing.
There it goes again.
Yeah, you're getting another message from your news app.
And then I have one from I have an earthquake app, and when it's just something in the area, it actually plays music. And the first time it went off, I said, "What the heck is that?" I thought my phone was ringing a different ringtone.
Well, evidently,
It's weird.
I guess you're getting you're getting zapped a lot right now. It just happened again, so must be like a lot of news zapping. I know there was an earthquake in Japan, a 7 point something.
Oh, yeah, me and Ray felt that earthquake. We felt that earthquake. Or the energy from it. Yeah.
The energy, okay. I wonder how many people might have felt it on the West Coast, on the along the Pacific.
I don't know.
Hawaii, maybe, I don't know. But there was an earthquake in Japan.
Yeah.
There's also a lot in Alaska lately.
Oh, yeah, Alaska, yeah. Do you have a tsunami alarm, too, someone's asking? Cliff, do you have a tsunami alarm?
In Alaska, well, they're not sure if California is going to get any effect from that thing in Japan because it was 7 point something.
Yeah.
They don't know.
Yeah, Interesting.
But Alaska's been having a lot of earthquakes lately.
Wow.
Rad fog, Knight of Pentacles said.
And it's good to have everyone here. So, we have a lot going on in terms of, especially last night. I was thinking about last night, how we, through the energy I felt last night to tell JP to go outside. I mean, normally I wouldn't do that, but I was like really guided in telepathic communications that he needed to go outside because they wanted to make visual contact. And within minutes, when he went outside, we saw the moon, we saw Venus. He panned the camera to the other side of the woods, above the woods, and we were watching darkness. All of a sudden, bam, 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 the ships show up. You can't make that stuff up. That was like as beautiful as it gets. And the Arcturians. My parents talked about 3 of the Arcturians that were communicating with him, and it's pretty amazing. These were they were basically watching him. They were aware of him. Well, he's had contact physically, and so that was really some really beautiful stuff. Now I will contact him tomorrow and message him to see what happened afterwards, because I don't know, but I feel he might have had some contact on another level. It could have been in a dream state. It could have been physical.
Well, you're the one that told him to go over there and do that.
Well, I told him to do that because I knew they were friendly.
That's on you, Commander. No,
but I know that
joking.
She's joking with me. They were Arcturians. Yeah, the Watchers and Arcturians. They were working to do work in that area of the planet, and they uncloaked their ships and showed themselves. It was pretty amazing. When they cloaked their ships, it was amazing. When they disappeared and went out of we didn't see them. All of a sudden, I asked them to come back in. The ships came back in. As soon as let's put it this way. My consciousness can communicate with any space being of light anywhere in the universe now. It's that easy. I mean, I say it's that easy. I'm not. Some people say, how do you do that? Hey, look, if you had asked me a year ago, could I do this? I would have said, no, I can't do this at all. I know I'm telepathic. I know I've had experiences in my life like anybody else. But to do this,
it's not that easy. You do have to work at it.
You have to work at it.
You
You
do
know,
have to
it's
go
it.
inside and really work on yourself in
That's
order
right. And
to.
the person Olsombra says amplification modulation. That's right. So it's an amplification modulation
Yeah.
of cosmic consciousness. And unless you're
Mhm.
able to do that, you're absolutely correct. If you can't amplify your consciousness, you're never going to, well, you shouldn't say never, at the point of not being able to do that, you're not going to be having that ability to communicate with the space people of light. You're just going to have to, not that you can't eventually do it, but it takes a lot of work. And when you're able to do it, it still takes a lot of work because now that you realize your consciousness can be raised and you have to be the one raising it, you have to be really focused to raise that consciousness, especially if you're awake and you're doing a
Yeah.
broadcast. And now I'm connecting with Robar and Amanda. They hear me anyway, even if the technology says I can't do this. They heard my question or my comment, and then when we get them back on, they'll say, "Oh," and it's done. So you want us to do this? They already heard the question. They already heard it because I'm already amped up in frequency. You see, the same thing with Ray and
And don't get frustrated if you
yeah,
guys don't get it, like in the first couple tries, because I'm telling you, this is all new to me too.
yeah,
So
really,
I wasn't getting this just what a couple years ago. I wasn't
yeah,
getting any of this.
yeah.
So you just work at it, but it'll get easier and easier and easier, and then you guys got it. So
And Ian is saying I'm a Palladian incarnated here on Earth to learn emotions. See, and everyone has a reason for being here. Ian coming out of the closet saying I'm a Palladian. I love that. I'm
yep.
incarnated here as a human being, here to learn emotion. So everyone, we all have something to remember and learn. And coming from the Palladian area, the Palladians have a lot of love and emotion. But sometimes, if you've forgotten what that is, we all have a lesson to learn, right? If we're starseed in human form, having a human experience, Cliff or anybody, we're all starseed. We're here to learn things, and we do. I mean, we see what we've done. We look back. We say, "Well, this is who I was a year or 2 years ago. Here I am, who I am now." So our consciousness is always shifting. I have total recall of being brought here before birth. Beautiful, Ian. You know, and that's when when I see comments like that, I love hearing that someone has recall of who they were. You know, I mean, just like for me, and just like for all of us that are remembering, we now can remember we came here for a reason. We were born in the 1900s, where we were born, I don't know, but if we were born like in the 40s or 50s or
Yeah.
60s or whatever, you have recall. You know, Jay and my
Yeah.
friend Jay in Australia says, "I think I'm here to learn patience." So, we're all here to learn something. And I must say, I mean, the things I've learned about the other night when I had the spaceship news about Long Island, and out of nowhere, I'm being told I worked with this energy off what is the ancient areas of eastern Long Island off the coast about a vault. And I have the transcription here somewhere. Uh, I mean, I almost fell off the chair because I'm saying to myself, I'm just this person on Earth doing a show called Encounters. How could it
Yeah.
be even possible after almost 4 years? Now all of a sudden, I'm being blown away by all this stuff by Amanda and Robar, and I'm connecting with all these
Yeah.
space people through communication link ups, through consciousness. I'm like, what the heck person am I? I mean, I'm just a humble human being doing what I like to do. But now I'm finding out I did a lot more things off planet than I can't even remember. And actually my Amanda and Robar know more about me than I know about myself.
And
They're
think
just
about
ready.
it. People are starting to find out that they were already doing this before humans became on Earth. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like this happened way before
Yeah.
that
You
people
know.
are remembering.
Excuse me. And that's true. And the thing is, sometimes it feels like overload. Did I
Yeah.
go? I know Earthflow was asking me, did I go there the other night when I was told what to do? I don't remember going there, but I could have very well gone there. I just don't remember. I did say the things in my consciousness when I was going to sleep. I just don't. It might be that yet I'm not ready to remember. That could be
Yeah.
just for the sake of my health, emotionally, not to just remember. But I could have very well gone there. It's just for me. I know how my mind works. It sometimes I don't remember things that I experience where other people do, but doesn't mean I didn't experience it. I realize that about myself. That I will get over that hurdle. That's my only other thing I wish to do is break that other part
Yeah.
of it. The
Not only
contact
not
I
only
have or
that,
whatever.
not only that, but I kept on having a discussion with the Star family because I was like, I'm not remembering any of this stuff,
Yeah,
So
me
I
too.
started getting I just kind of got a little irritated because I was like, come
Yeah,
on, guys, just let me remember, you
yeah,
know? But they told me that they can't do that because they have to give it to you slowly, your
yeah,
downloads and all that stuff, or wake you
yeah.
up from it. Because if they don't, it can mess up your neurological system.
Oh, really?
So they
Yeah,
have to do this slow. So guys, don't ever think
National
that you're
Weather
not
Service
getting
has issued a wind
contact,
advisory.
because you are.
oh,
You
he
just
got, he
don't
got,
realize it yet.
I just
Cliff,
got a weather
you had
alert.
Cliff, I didn't know
I
you
just
could
had a
speak as
weather
a woman.
alert.
Yeah, you turned into a woman for a minute. It said, we have a weather
Yeah, I know.
advisory. It was a female.
A
Cliff, you're
weather
amazing.
advisory in Tennessee. A wind alert. High winds. I got a question. I don't know if your family can answer it. I don't even know if I want to ask it. The beings that we were talking about the other night,
Yeah,
not the ones that are Bigfoot Shalahari. I think that's how you
yeah,
pronounce it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Multi-dimensional. What's the possibility of somebody being a descendant from them? Like, say,
Oh, that's
myself.
a great question. You could be. I always thought
Because
about that,
I
Papa
feel
Kringle.
because I feel really, really drawn to them, and I've been trying to make contact. And since your family told us what species they were, I was saying, okay, if there's any of you Shalahari out there, come around and knock on a tree. And 2 nights in a row, I had knocking again
Yeah,
when
see?
I was addressing them as their name.
That was
And I
amazing, too.
remember,
The people in here,
yeah,
yeah, my
and
parents said, yeah, you have, I don't know.
that was a spiritual way that they come around. There's one of the higher spiritual ways of communication, and that they were saying
Hey,
hi. That's what you even said it.
well, I learned a lot from that when we talked about your friends in the woods,
Yeah.
yeah, I call them Bigfoot, but I'm not, just for now. But because I have to go back to that
Shalahari.
word, which thank God yeah, the Alhari. So, and they came back because I'm pretty sure they were tuned in to
Hey,
what's
star
happening.
knowledge.
Yeah,
I think they were tuned in, Cliff. I think I was beautiful. You brought up something so important, not just for yourself, but for everybody else who's having contact with the Alhari, whether it be in the woods
Everybody
in a
calls them
country.
something different.
Yeah, but it's good that we now know what their real names are. What the real name is of what we have called Bigfoot or Sasquatch. That's not their name. But we have to get used to what their name is, and maybe I need to have an image created of the name and posted on my TikTok just for
And by the
remembrance.
way, Cliff, if you have him there, a family of them there, you can ask them telepathically what their names are. Like, that's how I found out the father here is Grolock in this family.
Yeah,
Yeah, and he's been with me
haven't-
since I was knee high.
yeah.
So
But right now, I'm just trying to get them to not be afraid to show themselves because, like they said that night, they could be 20 feet from you, and if they don't want you to see them,
yeah.
they can stay close.
So I haven't seen him physically. Ray has, but I have not seen him physically. I've only seen them like their shadow going in and out of a portal or a shadow part of them,
Yeah.
like their paranormal side.
Right.
I have never seen him physically, but Ray has down there at the end of the property eating watermelon.
Did you hear about?
I know the one.
Did you hear about
I know
on
the
TikTok? Go ahead. I'll say the story in a minute. Papa, go ahead.
All right. I know one night, this is going back several months now, there was one in the field behind my friend's property, and he even came out. He said, "What is that rapping?" And I said, "I think that's the Bigfoot that you keep saying is not around here." And we never seen it, but we heard the rapping on the tree. It was like right behind his building. And then he has a small shed that he had delivered here, and there's an apple tree just down the other end of that shed, and we never seen anything walk past. But then it started rapping on that tree.
That's because he's
Yeah.
trying to get your attention. You need to go talk to
but
him.
we never seen it. We never seen
Yeah.
it.
So what was
I was trying to call it. I was trying to talk to it. My friend said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm trying to make contact." He said, "You're crazy." I said, "Why?" They're trying to make contact with us. What do you think they're rapping for?
Yeah, don't listen to your friend. That's the, don't listen to him. I'm very direct. But I was going to say something important. I almost forgot what it is. But when you go out there, and I'll probably come back as I'm speaking, I would leave some food in the perimeters, which a few people do. One of my friends out in Texas has done that, and she was on my show less than 4 years ago, up to 4 years ago, and she goes out and she has contact with them, and she leaves like vegetables or things, and they take it.
Watermelon and stuff.
She has a relationship with them, so I would say would just say internally in your consciousness, talk to them internally through telepathy and say, I'm leaving you some food here in a basket. Please take the food as a gesture of friendship. I'm not here to harm you. I do understand. I know I was going to say, there's a video on here. There's also AI video on here of what people would call the Bigfoot. There's two brothers. There was some video on here for the last 2 weeks. These two brothers, there was a documentary about these two brothers. They had taken care of a Bigfoot since that was out in the woods with them, living in their home or living with them. And it shows that they released the video footage on TikTok, and it shows the two brothers and other people in the family with this Bigfoot that had been very much connected with them. And openly, right there in the daylight, you see the Bigfoot with the two brothers. And it's based on a true story. Now, I believe the footage, I've been analyzing it. I think it's real. I don't think it's AI generated, but I'm not totally 100% sure. But if it is real, that's the first disclosure of two brothers somewhere, I forgot where they were, with this Bigfoot that they eventually, I think the government found out about it, and then I don't know what else happened, but the government did find out that they had this Bigfoot, whatever, but I don't know what else happened.
I think they were in Kentucky, weren't they?
I think Kentucky, yeah.
Something just came out about a dog man too, by the way. One of those stories.
Yeah, so I think it might have been Kentucky. Again, don't hold me to that. I know Mary, you mentioned it. We also have here someone who's new to the broadcast. You might know of him. He has become ultimately one of the most famous Hollywood stars on the West Coast. He's been in the new movie about the Aqua people. His name is Star Knowledge. Good evening.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
I told you he's new. He has no idea
what this show.
We bring this guy on here. He has no idea what we're talking about. I'm feeling a little bit embarrassed. I have no idea what I'm talking about. We all have no idea what we're talking about. And there you go.
He's the ambassador to the stars. All the star people.
Yeah,
that is the truth. Yeah.
Robin and I were having this discussion earlier about because when I was a kid, and it was a memory that I had forgotten. But I remember being 3 years old in the back of my parents' car, driving at night on a clear night, and I remember staring at the stars, and I started crying because I remember, because it was like I wanted to be there and not here. I wanted to be back there in the stars and in the free. But it was so weird to think of that memory because I hadn't thought of it in so long about how when I was a child, how you forget everything. So I just remembered wanting to be back back floating around without a body. And I was only 3. I was like, man, this is going to be a long ride.
Wow.
Yeah.
But but I was talking about my journey with my traumas and things that I experienced here on this planet, because I was, I was a fairly like free spirit, and like I didn't I was a very kind boy, you
Oh
know,
wow.
and so you know, everyone was my friend, and I wanted to, you know, I was just so open, and it's you know, so for a long time there was like a process of getting back to this, at least this awareness to where I actually feel like I did back then. I feel,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, I had to learn certain ways to be able to manifest without, you know, I retired at 40, you know,
Yeah.
but I still, you know, I'm still able to manifest and live, and you know, I'm sitting here surrounded by comic books, and you know,
Yeah.
I'm able to have fun, to be able to do things where it doesn't feel oppressive, doesn't feel
Right.
like I'm, and so uh, I have a lot more time to be able to connect and to get more of that information that helps me to feel and stay free. You know,
Yeah.
I don't I don't feel like I did when, you know, I was a teenager. So now that all of this is happening, you know, all I want to do is go back. I want to just share. I want to share, and I want people to have the same experience. You know, I want them
Yeah.
to have that freedom to be able to live the life that they came here to to do. You know, the things that
Hmm.
they came here to do. Our mission work is
Mm.
um, very vital. So a lot of the star beings that are watching this show, they are like, you know, there's that moment where we're like, wait, you know, I came here and I started working, and I don't really think this is what I came here to do. I came
That's
here to
right.
do something else, and I lost track of what that was, you know.
Yeah.
But a lot of people are starting to get back to it, you know, and that's the beautiful thing is even if it's just watching the show and learning, eventually, you know, the emancipation, you know, we're going to get to that. We're going to get to that again, you know, because the numbers and the energy and the intention that what we're doing is actually going to be, it's going to be vital for the release and the freedom, emancipation and the understanding of sovereignty,
Mm.
you
Hmm.
know, and what we get back to that, then we're like, now I can do my work, you
Yeah.
know, and
Yes.
that's very important to me right now. Is at this stage is just that liberation, you know, liberating people to be able to get back to that. To so, and that's, you know, for because I know there's a lot of people that watch the shows and they're like, there's a reason why I'm watching this, but I haven't gotten there yet. I don't know what it
Right. They
is.
don't know why, but they're doing it.
Yeah,
A
you
lot
know,
of
and
people are doing that, you know.
yeah, getting
I
back. We're
think
getting back.
you know, this show, I never knew what was going to happen when I got here, folks, to tell you the truth. My daughter got me involved in this for over 4 years ago, and I knew that it existed. I had been a Facebook person. I'm still on Facebook. Um, and I have my Ashtar groups on there. I have two groups. Um, but I never knew that I was going to go here. And I got to tell you, when I first came here, I knew nobody. I didn't know what I was doing on TikTok. I knew, you know, what should I do here? So I listened. I spent a couple of days watching what TikTok lives were, and I said, you know, there's not really somebody doing a talk show that's spiritual. There are people talking about UFOs, but they're not doing a talk show. They're just like hanging out, talking about their, you know, whatever. And then maybe they went out and had coffee together at the local diner. Uh, I decided someone's got to go in here and cover a void, just a big void, and do a show. So I said I could do a straight UFO show. Then I said, nope, I can't do that. Well, I could, but I don't need to. I need to do a spiritual UFO show, which nobody's doing, to connect the spiritual, not the scientific. I mean, they can talk scientifically, but I wanted to deal with the contactees, the people that have been abducted, the people that had experiences either one way or the other, that have been video recording sightings, that have, you know, are having experiences, or they're telepathically communicating, or having direct physical contact. And when I decided to do that, I've interviewed all kinds of people. I remember this woman in Arizona. I haven't seen her on for a long time at all. She said she had plasma beings come into her home. I remember the story, and she told about it how she had other experiences that were earth based that were not so good. But then she had these plasma beings she talked about, and I didn't even know there was a thing called plasma beings 4 years ago. So look at that. So I decided to do this show. I learned so much from people's experiences. That's the way I wanted the show to be, where it was equally a place where, yeah, I'm hosting the show, but you're coming here, like you said, Eddie, you're coming here, and this is the center of the universe, so to speak. Well, in a way, it is the center because we are able to really bring stuff that nobody else is bringing here. Everyone says about, when I watch the videos on YouTube or here about, people talking about the Atlas or something, I'm saying great AI videos that people are making about this like really cool looking spaceship that looks like a
Yeah.
big rock with little lights coming out of it. Great creativity. And some of the videos they got it right in terms of what they're talking about. Other videos, there were people over the last year freaking out over this thing, saying, "Oh," and then there's now new videos saying, "Oh, did the Atlas crashed into the moon or something?" That
Yeah.
never happened. That's misinformation. I actually posted in the comment section of that video. I said, "This is misinformation." I said, "What is your source of information stating this and showing this image of a thing crashing into the moon, which is AI created? How could you say something like that without a source of information?" I'll have to get some more apple cider in a minute, so I'll be right back. I'm gonna get my apple cider, and
Yeah,
that's where I'm at.
I've been getting on there too and telling them, you know what, this is AI, this is no good, and this is misinformation. That's crazy.
Yeah, we have to, and we have to stay in our resonance. That's the most important thing. Uh, people think that you have to be like, the indoctrination process of bringing us down to the human dimension is such. They've put in so much hard work to make that happen, whoever they are, because they know how to suppress the humans, where every single human is powerful. But they've
Yeah.
but all they have to do is convince us that we're not.
Right.
So you don't have to be able to move, do Jedi mind work and move rocks, and also all you have to do is just be in your heart, be in your center.
Yeah.
And that's where all your power is at, because they've trained us to be here, to be in the mind. That's the indoctrination process of going to school is they want you to think because they want you to
Yeah.
be here. And they say they want you to think because they want you that's what's going to free you, but that's not true.
Right.
Being right here in your center opens you up to the entire world.
Yep.
It opens you up, and that's all that you need. That's all you need. And that's what makes every single person powerful. So yeah, I mean, me and Robin were talking about because what's been coming up for her is like seeing being able to close your eyes and like people. Some videos came up where when she goes to sleep or whatever, people can see faces.
Right.
Right. They can see like all these faces come in, like all these different
Yeah.
and I said, I've been doing that since I was in my teens, where I there was different practices that people taught me, and one of them was to look at my face in a mirror, and then I could separate like my eyes from my nose, from my mouth, from my ears, from my hair, and I
See,
could
Ray
see.
can do that. I can't do that, but Ray can do that.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden you're seeing these different parts
Yeah.
of your genetic bloodline, and you're going, "Those are my
Yeah.
grandfather's eyes. That's my mother's eyebrows. That's my, my other
Yeah.
grandfather's mouth and chin, and I got my daddy's ears, and it's like wow, like, and then you could just see it go all the way back through lineage that you
Yeah.
didn't even know because your great grandfather, great you didn't even know these people. But then you can start seeing the connection, and you're like, "Wow, it's like an echo."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a good practice. but when I told her, I said the point of the practice is not being to have that ability. The point of the practice is you're reaching your center and you're hitting that 0 point to be able to connect to something inside of you that can tap into that ability. That's that 0 point center inside of you. It's when you get to this point right here, and you speak without speaking and using words and think about someone, and they hear exactly what you say. They hear it, and then they call you, and they're like, I was just thinking about you. I heard this, and you're like, I just said that, and I just, and they're like, no, 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 that's not possible. And you just, it is
Yeah.
possible because you just heard me, but
Yeah.
you're having a hard time believing it because you don't understand your power.
Right.
But you caught them at a moment maybe when they were open to receive. So it's uncanny how often we do that here. Especially Robin. She's still in the, oh, I thought about this person and they just text me. Thought about that person and they just text me. Thought about
Yeah.
that person. I'm like, so why are you still so surprised?
I know. Ray goes, why are you so surprised when something happens like that? Oh, well, I don't know.
And it's happened to you hundreds and hundreds of
Yeah.
times.
It's weird how life
Yeah.
is when we go through things and experiences in our lives, as you were saying, Eddie. And then we look back and reflect on them. A lot of times I walk around when I'm having an earth-based day on the weekends with my wife and going to a store and whatever. And I look around and I see people, and I become observant. I, for some reason, become observant.
Yeah.
It's like, why am I observing this person or looking at them? There's something on my consciousness on another level. Maybe it's the higher self doing it. It's looking at this person. Not me. I'm in the store. It could be a big market.
Yeah.
And looking at the person, and now we have breakfast. We have some local New England places in our community. We go for breakfast. Where you want to go for Saturday morning breakfast? And I might be sitting there. I might look at somebody for a minute, and it's like my wife might notice it. While I'm looking at it, I said, "No, I'm just like kind of noticing things," and I don't put it in any other way because I'm just noticing things. And
You know what you're noticing, though? You're noticing the different energies around you.
yeah, I think that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're getting stronger at that. So wait until it gets even stronger, because now I'm going through that right now, and it's like, whoa,
Yeah. No, it's and I'll do it.
automatically instead of
It's
you don't even have to think about it.
Yeah, and I think that's when you're a starseed or a light worker or whatever it is that we become more perceptive of things around
Yeah.
us, and even the people. We might not know the person in the little country market, or if you're in a bigger New England town, in a bigger market where all these different people are, and when you see these people, say like, I feel energy. It's what it is. I feel energy when I go into a market or into like a Kohl's store, and I can feel like the energy differences. And a lot of times, I really don't like to be in those kind of places because the energy is
Yeah.
very dull.
Yeah.
They have the little department store music going or whatever, the Christmas jingles going, and I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, this is like I'm starting to get a little bit sleepy here. You got a bed?
Yeah.
I'm like ready to leave. I'm so happy to get in the fresh air because the energy in the store is mixed with so many different people. Then you have the music going for the holidays, and even when it's
Right.
not the holidays,
It kind of like it throws off your balance really bad. It does.
it throws you off a bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
when you get out into the pure air,
Hmm.
your energy just clears up, and you're out there, and you're just like, okay, I'm glad to be here.
Yeah.
Or if we're like all of us here in our homes, and we have a certain energy frequency in our places that's way higher than the energy frequencies in a department store.
Hmm.
It's just one of those things as we're talking about this, um, it really makes a difference.
Let me ask you guys, and I know more than one of you have had this experience, but how many of you have disappeared? Have become invisible? Invisible is better, a better word for it. I don't want to say disappeared because the story I have is I did a meditative practice one time, but I had my eyes open and I found my center and I you can't see yourself disappear because you can still see yourself, but
Right.
right. So yeah, so it's like it's almost like, okay, am I tricking myself? But if you can get to the point where you know that you're invisible, and the only way I knew that I had actually achieved it was when I moved. I saw someone. They went, because they saw me disappear, and then when I moved, I came back, and their face was like, and I was like, I smiled at them, and they're like, it scared, it terrified them because so they saw me. It was
Now
only for an
I've
instant.
seen Ray do that. I've seen Ray
Yeah.
do that right in front of me, but I don't know if I do that. I
you
got
can't-
Ray on a
you can't-
picture doing it,
Oh,
so yeah. So I don't know if I do it. I might.
I sometimes feel invisible when I'm going places. Like I'll know that I'm there, but I feel invisible. Like sometimes that when we have family gatherings or we get together, I'm sitting there and we're all physically there, but for they get into these conversations, I'm sitting there listening, and I almost feel at that point that I know I'm there, they know I'm there, I
Right.
think, but I don't feel like I'm there,
I
if that
felt
makes
that
sense.
before.
I feel invisible. You
Yeah.
can have 7 people in the kitchen. I'm sitting there and I'm like, um, I might want to say something, but I can't say it because I'm invisible.
Yeah.
I'm invisible. I just can't say anything because I'm invisible. They're there. They know I'm here. Somehow I'm not really there, if that makes any sense. I'm just
Mhm.
totally
Almost
invisible.
like your subconscious is traveling somewhere else.
So
Yeah, in a
when you
way.
sleep,
I've always felt that since I was a kid. Like it's really weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elko
Yeah.
says I go invisible quite often, sometimes intentional for the good. I think we all, at family gatherings, he says, yeah, that happens to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
Hey, Commander, you
Yeah.
might have to take me down so I can go do a break.
Oh, yeah, I'll take it down. Let me take it down. You might want to ask your space family to take care of that for you so you don't have to do that anymore.
They're working on me.
They
Yeah.
should be not just working on you. They should take you up there and take care of it, right? I know they can hear me. So if it's the Anunnaki that a medical team's working on you, they need to take care of this with you the next time you go on the ship. Say, you got all that ability to help her, take care of her now, so she doesn't have to do it. I'm going to take you down right now. Mary, have a good evening.
You
We'll take
do.
you down. All
Sorry,
right, I'm going to
guys.
bring her down.
Okay.
And thank you for the videos. I think I'm going to try to add the video into my Astro Command Spaceship News. We have with us here Star Knowledge, Eddie in South Dakota. We got Tennessee here, Papa Kringle, and he's been having contact with his friends in the woods, and so it's been good. It's now about 1:03 in the evening. I started late tonight. I started at 11:34 in the evening, and I actually went out of body earlier. That's why I never got on here. Sometimes I think I just go out because I've been doing so much energy work and doing off planet work that I just go out, and I just, I don't try to fight it. I just knew I went out. I just went out for a couple hours, and then when I got up, I said, "Oh, it's 11 o'clock in the evening. I'm supposed to go live." But I think my space family would say to me, "You need to just do what your body tells you to do, and not try to go and fight it." And I do whatever it is. So they say, that you're a human being. You don't have to be. You're not a robot. You need to take care of yourself and do what you need to do for yourself. And so I listened
That's
to those
right.
words that Robot, when Robar told me that, I listened to him, and I listened to Amanda, and I do it now. I just take care of myself because I know there's a lot of energy put out every time I'm on here, whether I'm talking to the space family or not. I'm still putting energy out, and it's a lot of energy. So I do realize I need to take care of myself too, because if I don't do that, then how can I help other people?
That's right.
You know?
That's right. Yeah, you got to listen to that. It's there's that voice in our head that's people say your higher self. Anything that any voice that you hear in your head that is trying to tell you to do something good is it's just your higher self.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we have to honor those. I know Robin was talking about yesterday. She kept hearing, "Go paint, go paint. You've been saying you're going to go paint, go paint." So she went in the room, and then the voice said, "I'm going to pick the colors, and you're going to put those colors down, and you're going to paint with those colors." Yeah, and so she did exactly what it said, and I guess her painting, it came out really nice. And
Oh, good.
Wow.
but it's but if she didn't listen, then it's the other voice that's going, "Well, I don't know if I want to use that color. What about this color? Well, what if I mix colors?"
Right.
Yeah.
That puts you on the on the hamster wheel, and it's like, then you get nowhere, right?
Yeah. No, it's
So we have to listen
yeah.
to those voices that are speaking to us for our good,
Yeah.
and do those
And
things.
that's why if there's as soon as I take a night off, I get so many messages saying, "Are you right? Where are you? Where'd you go? Are you And I don't answer all of them because that would take too much time to do. Not that I don't care, but then when people say, "Oh, I thought there was something," so when I get on here, people need to know that if you don't see me on one night out of 4 days, or if I take 2 days off or whatever, it's not because I don't want to be on here. I'm just listening to my inner self and taking a break. And
Exactly.
because the show will always be here, and when I'm on, there are a lot of people that will be here. I'm not even worried about whether if I'm off for 2 days, I lose 10,000 people. I'm not going to worry about that because the people that are supposed to be here to watch this thing will be here anyway. It doesn't make a difference, It really won't.
Yeah, there was a time that I never listened to that inner voice, because I
Yeah.
always had something telling me to try to do something, and I never listened to it. What made me start listening to it is when I started studying to do the paranormal stuff. And it says if you go into a place and you get that gut feeling, and it says
Yeah.
don't go in that room or something like that. And I
Yeah.
started listening to that inner voice, and then I
Yeah.
find out why it was telling me not to go in there or not to do this or to go in the other room instead. And but I never used to listen to it. But
Yeah.
when you study to do this, they actually tell you that is like your sixth sense or your seventh
Yeah.
sense or whatever you call it. You'll always listen to your inner voice. If it's giving you a warning, listen to it.
Yeah. Or you
And I
can call it
started doing that.
or you can call it your spiritual common sense. Like the
Yeah.
word common. Now, I know that word is used in a definition differently than I'm saying it, but on a spiritual cosmic sense, you're listening to the inner voice, the higher self, the cosmic sense is saying, you need to take a look at yourself and take a break. And that's the
Yep.
way we evolve and become higher in our consciousness. If we don't do that, we become stagnant and we keep rotating in a circle, which, hey, look, if someone wants to rotate in a circle, that's up to them. I can't speak for the whole human race, but I would say the people I do know are not rotating in a circle. They're aware of the circle if it happens, and then they'll say, wait a minute, I'm starting to have a pattern of going in a circle. I need to break that. And the way to break it is to take a break, go within, meditate, and realize who I am and who I wish to be. And if we do that,
Yeah.
we never get stagnant in a sense where we're repeating things constantly, which are the same things every day, every night, every day, every night, every day, every night.
Yeah.
We don't have to do that. We're not like, it's not like Groundhog Day where they kept repeating. We don't have to be Groundhog Day. We can be the opposite of that,
Right. See, we got in a little bit of a heated discussion because I was trying to emphasize something very important because Robin had misquoted me, and it was it was just a misquote, not a big deal, but I corrected her by I said I don't say that, I don't talk that way, because it's one of the things that I've said before, and this is the way I speak because it's there's something very important about saying this. So she said that I had said that I don't lie, and I said I don't say that. I never say or no. She said that I said I'm not a liar. I said no. I say I don't lie. You will never hear me say I am not a liar. The difference is what the exclamation that I'm saying when I'm saying that I don't lie is that's a choice versus saying I'm not a liar. That's an opinion.
Right.
And I said, so that's why you'll never hear me say I'm not a liar, because anybody could go look at me and go, how do I know you're not a liar? I mean, you could be lying to me right now.
Yeah.
Right.
That's an opinion.
Right. You could be. Well, I just want to let you know I'm not a liar. I mean, what you're saying, continue on. And so that's a dynamic of knowing what you really were saying versus misunderstanding what you were saying.
Yeah. Because so when I make I've lied. Of course, I've lied in my past, but I've learned from the lie. I've learned, and when I started to change and shift that awareness, what ended up happening was something changed for me.
Yeah.
The spirit, the liar spirit, invited me into the it's a deceiver spirit, right? And taught me about why this place that it makes the best lies, and I was like, wow, you have such a crazy job as being this spirit of lying. So it's not a real thing. It's a manifest. Most entities are manifest. They're not. They only have life because we give them life. So
Yeah.
so that's why we call them entities. We don't call them gods. We call them
Yeah.
entities because they're a consciousness manifest to do something specific.
Yeah.
They used to call it like the lower gods, demigods, or this or that, but they all had purpose, right?
Right.
So being able to meet and connect with that spirit showed me even more something that was really beautiful about the lie,
Mm.
and and about deception itself. It's because we barely see a fraction of all things that can be seen with
Yeah.
human eyes. We barely see anything. This is all a very minor perception.
Yeah.
So to think that this is real, and a lot of people do, they think that this is completely 100% what reality is, and then at the end of this, they don't know what's after.
Yeah.
So we're giving ourselves the opportunity to open to
Mm.
what is inside, that essence, that thing. And I've been really grateful for that. So it's taught me how to navigate even my words,
Yeah.
because it's powerful. It opens you up to understand. Like when I I don't say, like, people throw around the words "I love you" all the time. I love you. I love you. I love you. You go, with the Lakota, they don't have. There's no words for "I love you." There's no
Okay.
word for that. Um, Instead, what they say is, we don't throw or even we haven't even tried to create words to say "I love you."
Mm.
We do. Love is what we do. So we know that when we're doing for others, that we're taking care of each other, and when we're not taking care of each other, we know that there's some lack in our friendships, our relationships. And I go, well, that's love, because it's expressed. It's
Yeah.
not said.
Exactly.
It's said too loosely in our society, and yeah, there you go. It's how you feel. It's an expression. As she says, how we feel. That's an expression. How you
Yeah.
feel. It's expressed. It's like a
Expressed.
breath.
Right. Like when you do something for your neighbor and they don't ask, you just do it for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just do it.
I've had like before I got the battery push mower that I got now, I had one of the old real types, like my dad had.
Yeah.
And
So hand push.
this property has two slopes that go down to the road, and cutting those was pretty hard to do. And my neighbor next door has the zero turn Kubota, and she said, "Don't cut those." She said, "When we cut our grass, I'll cut those for you." I never asked her. She just done it because she didn't want me to get hurt or me to get overheated.
Yeah,
That's
you know,
love. That's
that's
love.
love.
Yeah.
And that's how
And
I
I
am.
think,
If I see something, if I see something that needs to be done by, either on my friend's property or whatever, I do it. I don't ask, would you like me to do this for you? I just do it. And then I tell them, I trimmed up your trees, or I took that branch. Like when he cuts the grass, there was a couple branches that he kept having to duck under when he was riding his tractor. So they were dead anyway. So I cut them out of the tree. I said, I got rid of those branches that was in your way. And he
yeah,
appreciated it. He never asked me to do it. I just do it.
Right.
yeah, the thing is when we have in our area some homeless people, and in the main part of the state road, there's like Walmart and there's Home Depot, Lowe's, and and then in our old part of our town, it's very much a quaint New England town above Route 5 where we are in our community here, and there's a lot of couple farms and stuff and whatever outside of the center, but homeless people, if I have some change or something, or if I don't have anything, I'll go to the bagel place that is a chain, and I'll say, "Well, there's this homeless person out there. Can you donate a sandwich? I'll bring it over to him." They know who I am, and they make the sandwich, and I bring it over to that guy or gal. And I know this one person; he's homeless, and I know the homeless shelters in our community. I saw him one day going to the shelter. He was getting ready to go in there for the night, but he's out every day with his stuff, and a lot of times they'll stand there, and people don't give them any money because they don't realize that these people are really homeless, and they think they're.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, some of the homeless people in the United States standing at a shopping center get looked at like, oh, they're just scamming people, but they're not. These people, you don't. The one thing you learn in cosmic reality is you're here to help the planet. You have to help individuals that are less fortunate than yourself. And it's not that you have to, but if you're coming from a frequency of light, that you want to help that person. So if I do have something in my pocket, I give it to them. If I don't, and I have the time to stop and get the bagel or something for a homeless person, I'll ask the place, "Can you give me a sandwich? It's not for me. You have to trust me that I'm bringing this to this homeless person." And because they know me, I think most places, the ones at least some that I've gone to, they will give me the sandwich or something.
Yeah.
But so that's part of our human experience here as star people is that we have to relearn how we interact with people, and I think part of that interaction is human compassion or compassion for others.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm in big sky country out here in South Dakota, and one of my brothers, like he went down to the res, and he was doing something down there. He drives this, it's an older Mercedes, but he's driving Mercedes down these dirt roads and popped his tire. So he calls me up, and I go down there, um, get his rim, go put a tire on it, bring it back, put the tire on. I follow him home. It took about 4 hours because I mean it's big. Everything's wide open out here. It takes a long time to get everywhere. So because I had to pick him up and then drive down to the res and then drive back over to this other town and then
Yeah.
back just to find one tire. And
Yeah.
Robin was like, "You're a really good friend." I said, "I know. This is that I. This is how I, like I was saying earlier about how I choose to live is, my expression in this world. It's almost not even really a choice for me anymore. It's like, when I was young, I made this choice a long time ago, and I would tell people even when I was living in the cities, I said, call me anytime. I don't care if it's 2 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock. It doesn't matter if it's if as long as I can come and I can help, then I'll do it. I'll come and help you.
Yeah.
That's because it's part of my duty as a human being to that expression, that action. Like she was saying that love is a feeling, and like I said, it's an expression.
Yeah.
Like a breath. breathing is an action. So,
Yeah.
when we share that feeling of love, that is also a beautiful thing. So I
Yeah.
don't want anybody to think that I'm discounting that expression, because that feels good when
Yeah.
we can get together and we're laughing and we're having a good time and we're sharing that love in our hearts. That is a very beautiful and important thing for us to do.
I agree with that too.
Yeah.
It is important, as we're seeing here, I feel the energy, how peaceful it is,
Hmm.
and I think we all do. And it's, we're at a beautiful point. It's like 1:21 in the one in the morning, because I wasn't on earlier. I felt I can be on a little bit later. Um, um, the all night deal of broadcasting is the conception of the consciousness, but it's not the conception of the reality. You know what I mean? Because the consciousness says, "Oh, Commander, you can do this all night," and then I say, "I know I could, but I'm not, because I have to get up in the morning to do other things." So,
Yeah.
consciousness, I love you. I know you have my best interests, but I am still in a human form, and I need to get some sleep. And so you know those things as we talk about all this stuff. We talk about the car out and he was in the tire and all that. It's the fact that we do things unconditionally for others, because we have no, like, we don't go out there in the big sky country and say, I'm going to go there. Oh, no, what do you got for me? I went all the way out here. Now you're going to buy me a drink, lunch, or what are you going to buy me? That the intention of what Eddie's saying is there's no conditions. A friend is
Nope.
a friend is a friend, and in spirit
That's
of
right.
good spirit, you help that person with nothing coming in return. And I think that's the essence of the story, is that we help each other. It's not what do I get back for that. If I help somebody, I don't expect anything from them. I just
I
want them to
don't.
be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't expect anything.
That's like when I was still in Florida, my brother-in-law, bless his heart, he wanted to put outside like lantern type lights on each side of his garage door, and he was going to take the juice from the spotlights on the corner of the house. I said, "Now you got everything shut off, right?" He said, "Yeah, I got everything shut off." Well, we got the lights up. We went we went to put the light bulbs into the socket, and he was up there screwing it in, and it lit up. And it scared him so much he almost fell off the ladder. I said, "You
Oh
trying to
no.
tell me that you made me put up two lights, and I was working with live wires?
Oh
I
no.
didn't get one spark though. I was lucky." But yeah, he
Uh,
never cut it off. He said,
uh,
"It's
that's,
cut off. It's in a."
that's my friend Stern
But
Valley
he,
saying. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead about the lights. I'm just reading comments, but go ahead, Ed. Papa.
yeah, he was up on a ladder and he started screwing the bulb in, and he almost fell off the ladder because it scared him. He thought he didn't expect it to light up in
Oh
his
my
hand.
God. And Sir's
But you
saying,
talk
well,
about
actually, I was going to say that Sir says, well, my space family says I'm over 3,000 years old. I don't mention that much here, but that was in a recent show. If anyone remembers that, and I'm saying 3,000 years old, and here I am, born in 1956 on Earth. And Sir's smiling, and so it wasn't 4,000. I think it was over 3,000. But again, who's counting? But then coming here as over 3,000 years old or something, and being in Earth years differently, a lower age than that, it's interesting to understand the differences in your beingness from a space being to an Earth being, having an Earth experience, and the things that we're talking about now on the show. I think it's relative for us to get into that, but it is getting late here. It is 1:24 on the East Coast. I'd love to be here longer with all of you
yeah,
beautiful people. But I want to thank Eddie Star Knowledge. I want to thank Papa Kringle up in the mountains there. I want to thank Mary, who was on earlier. I want to thank all of you for being here. I know my consciousness is shifting, and in a good way. I think I need to get some rest. So I love you all, and you know that. All the new people, we love you too. And please let people know we're here. And eventually I will be getting a new iPad, so I'll be able to download my shows again back on YouTube. But before I do that, when I get the new iPad, I'm going to find out from the tech people where I get it about how not to use up all the storage in my iPad before I start using it. Because that was what happened. I don't know what I did, but yeah. Anyway, any last comments from Eddie and Papa Kringle? I'll leave it to you, and then we'll have final words here.
No.
Okay.
Good.
All right. Thanks, guys.
If there's any
We're
way
gonna.
of if there's any way of hooking up a jump drive to your pad, you can download stuff into that too.
Yeah, I'm getting a new iPad. I've had this for 2 years, and I
Yeah.
didn't realize. I thought downloading from TikTok to YouTube wasn't going to use any storage space, but something happened. I don't know what it was, but I'm not going to make that mistake again. I'm going to learn some stuff before I start using the new thing. Anyway, we'll let you guys go. I'll bring it down, and thank you so much. And let me just do this here. I'm going to do this here as well, and it's been another great show. It's 105,200 likes. We've had 2,500 people watch the show, and USPC. I'll have to take a look at that. When I'm more awake, I'll have to look at those things. All right, everybody, take care. Have a great morning. Hump Day is coming around during the day. It may be Hump Day already where you are, and we'll catch you again tomorrow night. Take care. You look bored. Boring. It says boring. You look bored. Thank you, tired. Anyway, take care, everybody.